I'll be taking a look at the Sony Bloggie Touch camcorder. So it's on the box, it says Sony Bloggie Touch. It records approximately 4 hours of video. This is the black one, MHS-TS20. It also comes in pink, blue, silver, and black, which the one that I got right here. And then on this side, it says a Bloggie Touch again, and then it tells you it could be uploaded to sites like YouTube, Facebook, and Flickr, and Sony again. And then going to the back, this is the 8GB model. It comes in 3 different models. One's a 4GB model, one's an 8GB model, and I know they make a 3D one, which does record in 3D, which is pretty cool, in MHTS20. So you could buy this camera at Best Buy, Walmart, or in Target, and on their Sony store online. It is a $199 for the 8GB model that records 4 hours. They do make 2 lower models, and if you buy this at Sony store, it's only $189, which is about $5 cheaper, or $10 cheaper. So in the box, you get another box that slips over that box. It's a really nice box. It says Sony on the box. That's all it is. Then you open it up. And then right here, when you open it up, that's where the actual camera would be, but I don't got it right now. It comes in this little thing. It would be in here, but I don't got it, so yeah. And then in the box, you also got a USB dongle. The camera actually has a USB built in, but if you have a computer that's too close to the wall, or if you're afraid when you plug in the camera to the computer it might snap off and break, they gave you this. This side plugs into the Bloggie, and then this other side goes to the computer, and you can plug it into the computer this way if you're scared or something like that. And then you got just a whole bunch of manuals. You get warranty, limited warranty. You get 2 different manuals. One's in Spanish and one's in English. Just some more papers about some stuff you could buy from Sony and some accessories for this. Then you got some more quick start guides and all that stuff. And then at the bottom, they give you a USB, not a USB dongle, excuse me. They give you a wrist strap, so when you're holding it, you could put it on your wrist, so it won't fall off when you're recording, which is pretty cool. Just give me a second here. So the Sony Bloggie Touch records in 720p and 1080p. It will record at 720p in 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second, in 1080p only at 30 frames per second. This does have stabilization, I do believe, and I would recommend you run this camera at 720p with 60 frames per second, because with the stabilization and the 60 frames per second, it's going to be really good, not as much shaking. And one thing cool about this camera, it does have still frames. You can't take like regular pictures, still frames. At 2 megapixel, 8 megapixel, and 12.8. When you take the pictures at 12.8 though, it only records in a 4:3 ratio, which means that the sides are actually cut off. But 8 megapixel and 2 megapixels, it runs at 16.3 ratio, which means that the sides aren't actually cut off. And the autofocus, in my experience, only took about 3 or 4 seconds, which ain't too bad. And it does have a 5x digital zoom, which is fairly nice. I mean, it's not the best, of course, but it's better than 0. And there's only 3 buttons on the thing. I would tell you, it got an on-off button, a button to take the pictures, and a record button. And the button when you take the pictures, you hold it down to focus it, it'll turn green, then you take the picture. And yeah, and autofocus is automatic. You can't actually adjust it or anything, but it's still pretty cool, and it works really good. And the screen is touchscreen, which is pretty cool, and it is a 3-inch screen. They got two microphones on the side and a speaker on top, which is pretty cool. And it's once again, it's a 8 gigabyte, and it will record 4 hours. And one more thing on the side, it got an HDMI port where you can plug it into a TV, but that's not included. And I hope you enjoyed the review of the Sony Bloggie Touch. I give it a 9 out of 10. I like it very well. The only problem is when you're recording at nighttime, like if it's dark outside and thunderstorms come by and you want to record the clouds, it lightens them up. So when you're watching them, you don't actually see the real true dark clouds though. That's one issue I had with this camera, but overall I still give it a 9 out of 10 for small, compact, easy to use camcorder. Thank you.